Hello, hello. Ryan Rousseau, back with another video. Okay, so I was gonna do a prediction for this weekend's fights, the UFC 4 on ESPN. Not many of those fights interest me too much. Rafael dos Anjos fight definitely does. There's a couple other ones, but I don't think I'm gonna do one. There's a bigger story going on in the UFC right now, and that is the Jorge Masvidal, Conor McGregor talk. It's just talk. That's what it's gonna be. A little spoiler. I don't think it's gonna happen. So, Jorge obviously called out Conor McGregor. Everyone calls out Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor's the man on campus, and everybody wants to fight him. That's a big fight. Everybody wants to fight Conor McGregor. They're about the same height. Conor is 5'9", and I believe Jorge is the exact same height. But Jorge's been a little bigger. He's a little beefier guy. But anyways, so yes, Dana White, he went on TMZ and said, Jorge's too big for him. We're not going to make that fight. And then I hear Chael Sonnen. Chael Sonnen's coming out. Oh, Conor's got an ego, this, that, and the other. Which is very true. Conor McGregor does have an ego. He's a man's man. He's got that testosterone flowing through his veins. I don't think he likes those kinds of comments, especially from Dana White. Dana White, I'll give him this, feels like lately he's not so much the Conor dick rider he used to be, because it seemed like forever he always wouldn't say anything bad about Conor. He wouldn't do any, it seems like lately he's actually kind of been like, okay, it felt like for a long time he was like, oh, the UFC is kind of Conor McGregor, I guess, because he's so big. But no, it seems like Dana's kind of come around and realized, hey, you're the big man at the table now. Conor doesn't have much pull ever since the Khabib fight, I'd say. So, anyways, back on this. Is Jorge Masvidal too big for Conor? Depends. If Jorge could get down to 155, then probably not, but I bet if they fought at 170, Jorge's a little too big for Conor. Unless he absolutely had him sucked down and fight at 155, I don't think that's a good fight for Conor. Even at 55, I don't think it's a good fight for Conor. I mean, Conor is a great fighter. But Jorge Masvidal is one of those guys that I think that he would pose a big issue for Conor. I mean, Conor McGregor has a lot of tools, but he always falls back on that one big thing, that heavy right hand, the slip and he always slips and counters and drops the left hand on the guy and usually goes out in about a shot. And you saw in the Nate Diaz fight, when that doesn't work, he's got to improvise a bit, and it can be difficult. I don't think Jorge Masvidal is one of those guys. He's a very crafty guy, and I think he would pose a big issue for Conor. Now, I don't think that fight's gonna happen. I think Jorge Masvidal deserves it. I think if anybody should pick any fight they want, it's Jorge Masvidal. But I believe his future is the 170-pound title. I think he's gonna be fighting Usman next. Conor McGregor. His next fight, I believe, there's two paths he could take. Two. He's either gonna fight Cowboy Cerrone. I don't think anybody else makes, besides Cowboy, I don't think anyone else really makes sense. Cowboy's got the name. He's popular. He's got all these things that Conor would be mostly the one drawing, but Cowboy can draw. He can draw pretty well. He's better than most fighters on the UFC. So that's your first path. Your second path is seeing what happens with Nate and Pettis, I think he's fighting. I think that Nate trilogy, I think before they retire, needs to happen. That's one of the fights. There's so many fights that come and go. For the longest time, people wanted to see John Jones versus Gustafsson 2, and then when we got it, everyone was like, whatever. But Nate and Conor, that fight happened in 2016, and everyone still wants that fight. it's one of those rare fights that I think has to happen. And if it's not the next fight, it has to be Conor's last or whatever. It's one of those fights that's never going to go away. And it needs to happen. That trilogy has to happen. So, in my opinion, what I think is going to happen is Conor's going to fight Cowboy. I think it's pretty much, not cemented, but it's an easier fight for him. And to step back into the world of UFC, I get sometimes you need a working fight. So that's what I think. I think he's going to fight Cowboy next. That's kind of died out in the media a little bit. It seems like not as many people are talking about Cowboy and Conor, but it just seems like the right call right now, I think. And then after that, I think you need to do the Nate fight. The Nate versus Conor fight is still gonna, if it doesn't break the Khabib-Conor fight, it's definitely gonna break their second fight, like, for sure, so it'll be number 2. But that's what I think. I don't think the Masvidal thing's gonna happen, even though it would be awesome. I would love to see Jorge Masvidal make all the cheddar, man. That guy's won my heart over 100 times over. That guy deserves any fight he wants, but I don't think it's gonna happen. But yeah, guys, that's all I really think I'm gonna be talking about here today. Like, comment, share, whatever the hell you do. I really appreciate it, guys. I think I have 3 subscribers now. God damn. I was, like, so happy when I saw that. I can't believe that. Like, I thought I was going to be talking to nobody for a while. I still kind of am talking to nobody. But, you know, we're going to keep doing this. I'm going to stay pretty consistent with it. I'm still not going to make an uploading schedule. I kind of like this. I can just hop on whenever I hear news, and then I just kind of jump on here. But, yeah, guys. Thank you so much, and peace.